If there's one team in this T20 World Cup that we can actually say has had a dream run so far, that's Afghanistan. Because think about this. Here's a team who had never ever gone past the group stage of any World Cup, maybe the T20 World Cups or the 50 over World Cups. But this time they have beaten Australia, and then they beat Bangladesh in that thriller of a match to actually knock out Australia and take their place in the semi-finals. How big a run is that, Siddhant?
It's a crazy dream run. You saw the visuals from Afghanistan. The entire nation was out on the streets. They have not won the World Cup. They have not won the World Cup yet.
We are not Afghans, but we were dancing as well.
But we were so happy to see Afghanistan qualify for the semis. You know, all of us, you saw the videos Love and I did the other day, the preview that we did about Australia, Afghanistan, and how we all wanted Afghanistan to qualify for the semi-finals. But boss, the country, I'm talking about how an entire nation is celebrating not winning the World Cup but reaching the semis. That is how much it means to them. Yesterday, I was seeing these visuals from Coast, and we have put that video out, by the way, on our channel. You can see that. People are thousands, probably lakhs. I don't know how many people. There are people dancing, there are firecrackers. People are just celebrating, and apparently the celebrations went late into the night also. Imagine that is how much it meant to them. So that tells you Afghanistan have done the unthinkable. Nobody expected them to be here, but they have shown why they love you expected. Sorry, love, sorry.
Since the
sorry,
tournament
guys.
began, even before that,
Dark horses for
I have
that.
been saying that they are the dark horses of this tournament and
Gotta
they
give it to
are the
you.
team to watch out for.
Gotta give it to love.
He said that Afghanistan can lift the trophy. It's that good.
That is not going to happen. India
That
is going
will
to
never
lift it. So.
And yes, the fact it is true that we were very happy for Afghanistan, but we were also happy because Australia did not qualify. That was,
फाइनल में नहीं मिलना था हमें ऑस्ट्रेलिया से.
that was the underlying reason. Otherwise, we are also very happy for Afghanistan, but also the fact that Australia is.
Absolutely. But Shalini, remember this thing. They are the Asian side. We also have another Asian side.
They're the second best Asian side.
I was about to come to that. We have Pakistan, we have Sri Lanka, we have Bangladesh, we have Nepal, and we of course have India. But there's only India and Afghanistan left now. Is it fair to say that Afghanistan is actually the second best side in Asia at present?
Come on, if India has backed Afghanistan, Afghanistan got to be the second best because India is the best. And baap hota hai, beta beta hota hai. So yes, that is what it is. and so therefore, India is number one and Afghanistan is number two. Can't help. Sorry.
I'm not saying that, but obviously India is number one. But then the point that was trying to make,
India
She
is
just
like-
made that point in a very different way altogether.
actually, I never said that there's a comparison between Afghanistan and India. But you know, till a few years back, it was said that yes, if India was the number one Asian side, probably Pakistan was the number two. But then it
Not
has
anymore.
changed
Not
drastically in the
anymore.
last couple of years. And it's fair to say that yes, Afghanistan is actually the second best Asian side as far as the T20s are concerned.
Even ODIs, last
Even
World Cup,
ODIs, yes.
last World Cup, they showed it. They finished higher than Pakistan.
Yeah, they
And
almost
showed
went
it-
to the semis.
They almost reached the semis, beat Pakistan also, by the way. So you have to give it to them. I think the only puzzle, like the only piece missing from this Afghanistan team is that their ability in the longest format. I think
Yeah.
once that comes in, they'll be the team to beat. They've only beaten, by the way, the only two teams in the world who they have not beaten yet. One is India and one is South Africa. They face South Africa next, and maybe, just maybe, they'll end that record also with against South Africa.
Even I feel that, because going by the current form, yes, South Africa has won everything, but then still, when you look at the two sides and you take a look at the fact that about their road, as we say, to the semi-final, you actually feel that Afghanistan has actually peaked a lot at the correct time. I'm not saying they're peaking at the right time, because yes, they were playing good cricket before that as well. But then when it matters the most, they are on top of their game. And when you have that nerve so high, we saw how those players celebrated after that win. I think when that confidence runs through your veins, you can beat any side on your day. I'm just glad that they are facing South Africa in the semi-finals, because had they faced India, they would have brought out same energy.
They would
against
have,
India as well.
and also like that brotherhood exists. And you saw that Rashid Khan post by the way
Right.
yesterday.
With
Lovely
Rohit Sharma.
post. He's like Bombay se aaya mera dost, and there's a photo of him and Rohit Sharma. And by the way, there's a song also that plays in that Instagram post. It says "Ye dosti hum nahi chhodenge." if I'm not
Sing
wrong.
that, yeah.
Ye dosti hum nahi chhodenge. आगे आगे आप
क्या
जाओ।
बात है,
आप
क्या
जाओ।
बात है,
Anyway,
क्या
anyway,
बात है।
but you have to look at this Afghanistan side. Be proud of what they have achieved. You know, I've followed them over the years. I've seen this documentary I talked about, Out
Yeah.
of the Ashes, okay, which talks about Afghanistan's growth. You know, there was a time that they do not have proper grounds in Afghanistan. You know how they used to practice fielding drills? They used to have mattresses where people would slide in and jump on them to take catches to, you know, replicate those match like situations. And for Afghanistan to come from there and do what they are doing right now, amazing. They have gone
Absolutely.
through tier by tier by tier by tier, and now they are dominating. They are becoming a big part of among the top teams of world cricket.
Right, and since Siddhant is talking about the fact that you actually saw them grow over the years, I remember this incident from 2015 when I went for a shoot. There was this Afghanistan side when we actually gave them some infrastructure in Noida to train. There was
Yeah.
that new stadium that came up. So they were training on that ground, and I went to cover that. And I happened to speak to some of these players who are now playing in this team. I remember they were back then 10 years younger.
Yeah, for sure.
But then I remember them telling me it was very cold, and I was wearing this very warm jacket. And one of those guys came up to me and said, "ये जो आपने जैकेट पहना है ना, हम वहां पे ये पहनकर भी ट्रेन नहीं कर सकते because it's so cold that you cannot actually come out of your house."
Barren terrain, right? Like
Exactly.
nothing grows, no grass, proper grass. Even rocky terrains, it's very
Right.
difficult
It's
to
very
play
difficult
on.
to play and train. So imagine the plight of those players who have adopted India as their next home and practicing here, and then you go on to be world beaters.
That's
What would
exactly-
that
That's
mean?
why we love them.
That's why we love them.
We love Afghanistan, and you
Love
know,
loves Afghanistan.
love loves Afghanistan. We also love Afghanistan.
Hard work paid off.
Hard work paid off, and you see now they are playing series in India also. That is how much the BCCI has also helped them grow. You have to give
That's why
credit
they're
here to the
Absolutely.
BCCI also, and I think so. Afghanistan Cricket Board will always appreciate the kind of help and assistance they've gotten from India.
They always do.